First thing to do is to set your sequencer so it transmits sync information on MIDI. So we're going to do that now, since I'm going to use my FA06 as the master source. So you press the menu button, you select System, and then you move along until you find the MIDI tab. Right now we're on the MIDI tab. Just confirm that everything on the transmit is on. You don't need to actually, you need active sensing, but you probably don't need bank select or program change unless you're planning to change songs or something, but you can program that as well if you want. So there you see it, the MIDI transmit. We have 3 ons and 2 offs. Then the next thing that we want to do, the most important thing, because this is not the default, is to go to the sync tempo tab of the system setup and make sure that you have sync output on. When you turn on the sync output of your sequencer, it makes sure that it sends the start, stop, continue, and song position pointer. So that's all you need to do on whatever source you're using to drive your Alesis SR18. Obviously, you plug your MIDI cable, your DIN MIDI cable, into the in of the Alesis and into the out of your keyboard or hardware sequencer, or basically if you're using the computer, you'll probably be using an audio MIDI interface, but you have to use the DIN MIDI with the Alesis because it doesn't support USB. Alright, so we turn on the Alesis and it comes up. Now you've got to press your system setup on the Alesis, and normally it doesn't matter what channel, MIDI channel you have it set to, because you're only really receiving the real-time control to start and stop the sequencer, start and stop the song. So you're not supposed to be receiving MIDI notes. So, but you can't turn the MIDI channel off, so you have to leave it set to some channel or the other. There's no off position. So now you go through. You definitely want drum in to be off. So you press it until it goes to off. Drum in off. Drum out off. Now you can't do anything about these page 4 because that's just assigning various note numbers to the thing. So clock in has to be on. You have to turn on clock in. Clock out doesn't matter, so that's about it. Just those 2 settings in the system setup. Okay guys, here is the solution to unwanted audio coming out of the Alesis SR18 from other tracks in your composition. What is happening is that the notes are playing the bass synthesizer at higher frequencies, and this is what is producing the audio when the SR18 should only be receiving your sync and timing, start, stop, and continue signals. So how do we solve this problem? Well, we push the system setup button and we go to page 2. Now you see where it says bass in off? That's not exactly what you see. You may be seeing drum in off, because the page 2 allows you to turn off 3 different things, but you have to push the 3 buttons for the 3 layers: drum, perc, and bass. When I first went to this page 2, I saw drum only, but if I push perc, it changes to perc. So what was happening is that drum in was off, and I didn't realize that I had to press bass and turn it off as well. Now you can't hold it because it doubles as a transpose, octave transpose. If I hold down the bass, see, it goes to bass transpose -1 octave. So we don't want to hold it in, we only want to touch it, and then we use the wheel dial or the increment and decrement buttons to turn it from on to off. Be sure to save your system setup. How do you do that? Well, your system setup does not automatically save. You have to hold down the save copy button and press enter, which is the record button. So while holding the save button down, you press the record button and it will say system settings saved. When I press my sequencer on my keyboard, the Alesis activates and the tempo is coming from the keyboard, and I can turn up the keyboard but all that's coming out of the Alesis is the drums.